GERD, acid reflux, heartburn, these are some of the most common complaints we see in practice. Clients often describe burning in the chest or the throat, regurgitation, discomfort after eating, or just bloating or pressure. And the common narrative is, well, there's just too much stomach acid. But in many cases, that is not the full picture. Today's training is about understanding reflux as a regulation issue, not just an acid issue, and how we can support the body more effectively. Now, at a basic level, reflux occurs when stomach contents move upward into the esophagus. And this is typically related to dysfunction of the lower esophageal sphincter. And this is the valve that should keep stomach contents where they belong. Now, key contributors here include poor sphincter tone, delayed gastric emptying, abdominal pressure, nervous system dysregulation, plays a role in almost everything, and inflammation of the digestive tract. So while acid is involved, the root issue is often control, timing, and coordination, not just quantity. Now, digestion is heavily controlled by the parasympathetic nervous system, and when the body is in fight or flight, stomach acid production can become irregular. So in these cases, digestion slows, sphincter control weakens, and pressure builds in the abdomen. This creates the perfect environment for reflux. So many clients will notice worse symptoms under stress, symptoms after rushing a meal, right? They're eating too fast, or discomfort at night when the system is dysregulated. So one of the first priorities here is going to be restoring nervous system balance. Vagus nerve, alpha ear clips, grounding. These are all very common protocols that can make a big difference for your client. Now, it's not always too much acid, right? In many cases, reflux is associated with low or poorly timed stomach acid, not too much of it. And when acid is too low, your food doesn't break down properly, your digestion slows down, therefore, fermentation increases, and this builds up gas and pressure. And that pressure can push contents upward. This creates these reflux symptoms. This is why simply suppressing acid doesn't always resolve the issue long term. So people that just take like an antacid, they're not necessarily really making the positive changes they need. We want to support effective digestion, not just get rid of the symptoms, right? So there are a lot of key areas to support. When working with reflux, the first is going to be your meal environment, right? Clients need to learn how to eat slowly, how to chew thoroughly, and how to avoid eating under stress, as well as sitting upright after meals. Digestion will begin before the food even reaches the stomach, and chewing for 20 to 30 seconds per bite, which can seem extreme for some, can actually be enough to prevent reflux in many cases because you're already helping break everything down. Now, this also applies even to things that are small, like rice or beans. You don't just swallow those whole because they are small, or just chomp and swallow. Chewing everything into a similar consistency is going to help a lot with digestion. Then there's timing and volume. Large meals or late night eating will increase pressure on the digestive system of our clients. So smaller, well-spaced meals will reduce symptoms as well. Hydration is important too. You know, it still goes to the stomach, but adequate hydration supports digestive secretions and it supports motility in the gut too. Minerals like sodium and magnesium also support proper muscle function, so you need these. This includes the sphincter tone of the digestive tract, right? So hydration, minerals, super important. Reducing abdominal pressure can help a lot too. Tight clothing, overeating, bloating, these can all increase upward pressure. So something comfortable to wear, comfortable posture, avoiding lying down immediately after meals, and some gentle movement after eating as well can help a lot. Now, we want to support the vagus nerve too, because this actually plays a major role in digestion. The vagal tone, when it's low, can mean that stomach emptying slows down, sphincter coordination weakens, and digestive signaling becomes totally inefficient. So simple support strategies include slow breathing, humming or vocalization, vagus nerve stim directly, relaxed eating. So really just try and be in a more calm place when you eat. So you don't want to necessarily be eating while stuck in traffic on a highway and you're stressed, right? Try and eat in a calm environment. And reduce overstimulation as well, because improving vagal tone can significantly improve digestive function over time. So, for practitioners using microcurrent, this is something that you really do want to use on your clients. Remember that they can get a lot of benefit out of using these themselves at home, but even in our sessions that we're doing, we can help improve nerve signaling. We can work on the abdominal area completely to support muscular coordination, and we can reduce the inflammation in the gut, which is causing these issues along the way. This is all going to also help enhance the communication within the digestive system too. We can look to meridian points. We can look to chakras. There's so many different pieces of the energy medicine puzzle that we can employ. So when we apply these strategically, it can help the body shift from a dysfunction state towards regulation. And as always, with microcurrent and with most things, consistency is more important than intensity. So GERD, reflux, heartburn, these are not just about acid. They're about nervous system regulation. They are about digestive timing, pressure management, and coordination of the system. And when we support these foundations, many clients experience reduced symptoms, improved digestion, and greater long-term stability. The goal here is not just relief, it is restoring function. So thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I'll see you next week for another 10-minute training. Have a wonderful weekend.